Hi everybody, it's Leslie. It's just a short little workshop here, or information about the full moon in Aquarius, which is happening the 23rd through the 25th. And the full moon in Aquarius is on July 23rd, 1 degree, 26, opposite Leo. The July full moon brings Saturn to Aquarius, which is the ruler of Aquarius. Because the moon is making such a wide conjunction to master Saturn, the planet of restrictions and structure, roadblocks will be popping up at every turn. Although then Uranus comes in, the planet of change, and what a dichotomy. Wow. I mean, just think that that's the exact opposites. This full moon has a longer lasting effect than most full moons do, and it usually do. Its effect will last a month, well actually until August 18th, and I don't mean heavy effect, but all the little things that go with that full moon. It would be interesting for you to look it up. It was too much for me to talk about here, but when we have another full moon in Aquarius, which is very unusual, at 29 degrees, and it's opposing or across from Leo, it's opposite, Aquarius opposite. This is again such a dichotomy, because you have Uranus and Saturn there. Again, once the Sun and Saturn move past their opposition on August 2nd, you could begin to exert and find you feel empowered, and you find the conditions for creating progress are more in your favor, much more in your favor. Be sure to read your moon sign and your sun's, I'll be telling your sun sign in a minute, and your rising sign. Here is more detail on how the Aquarius full moon will affect you and your sign, and that's really what it's going to be. Here it is on Aries, with the full moon in your 11th house of networking. You want to call out and put the kibosh on anything drama-wise involving co-workers or friends, and it's a time for you when it's kind of a short little thing happening to you. It doesn't affect you a whole lot. It doesn't affect you a whole lot, except you don't want to see anybody fighting or not getting along at all. So I think you'll try and put a stop to that happening. For Taurus, your 10th house of career is activated by this full moon. So you might be frustrated if you haven't received the recognition you deserve. And in turn, you'll look for a new way to define your success. But I think you also will create something so that people really notice the hard work you've done, and the recognition you deserve for what you've done. In Gemini, the full moon lights up your 9th house of adventure, triggering frustration from being unable to get back to your usual buzzy, globe-trotting routine, Gemini, and possibly inspiring you to nurture your curiosity in different ways. So it'll be a different time for everyone, just a little different time. For Cancer, falling in your 8th house of emotional bonds, this full moon will have you facing and resolving to work through deep-rooted wounds. This full moon is very emotional for you, Cancer, more than any other sign. It's very, very emotional. Every sign will feel more emotional, much more so than you have. But for Cancer, it could be a time to open up yourself, or find another loved one. And Leo, just a day into your season, and we were talking about August, or the 23rd of July. The full moon in your 7th house of partnership could kick up tensions with you and a close friend or a business partner. It's time to strike the balance between your end game and their needs in order to get on the same page. And you'll do this. This is your month on top of it. So you should really, really feel it's very strong, very strong. And for Virgo, falling in your 6th house of wellness, the full moon also forwards an awkward angle to social Venus in your sign, doling out challenges around self-care and setting boundaries for your health. And I have to say this, because as I just did the astrology for the month of August, this is so true for you, Virgo. You need to take care of yourself. You need to look at yourself and quit helping other people. That comes across for your health. You never look at your own health. You need to see what's going on with you. And you need to have some enjoyment. You could be getting that message that while you want to help everyone around you, it's critical that you put your needs first. You need to do that because it's like when you're on an airplane, they say, put your oxygen mask on before you help anybody else. That's true, because what if you run out of oxygen? What if you run out of energy before you can do anything for everybody else? And Libra, the full moon falling in your 5th house of romance, and self-expression, you may be finding it tough to talk about what's in your heart and set aside time for fun, spontaneity, and joy. Letting go of a set vision can help. And you are a romantic person. You are the romanticist of the zodiac. You like a partner. You like fun. So this is a good month for you. A very good. That full moon is very good for you, Libra. Very much so. Scorpio, with the full moon in your 4th house of home life, you might need to tackle tensions with loved ones. Very much so, because sometimes you get to doing what you're doing and you forget to pay attention to the loved ones. You've been kicking under the rug kind of for a while in your thoughts and actions. Facing them head on now can make for a solid healing, and you need to make amends for paying attention to your partner, to your friends, more so than putting your head into what you're doing and not taking it out. Okay. Sagittarius. The full moon activates your 3rd house of communication, amplifying your social life and appetite for learning to the point that you could be teetering on a burnout. So be careful, because you put your whole self into everything that you do. You'll be figuring out what's truly worth saying yes to, and you will. Take your time. Take a little time for yourself. Capricorn is, and this full moon is really a special full moon. Anyway, Capricorn, your 2nd house of income is illuminated by this full moon. It really is. And you could be aggravated if you're not seeing the financial fruits of all your grueling labor. Caring for yourself spiritually and finding ways to get out of your comfort zone now can offer a helpful new perspective for you. And you have some work coming up, some opportunities for, I feel a lot of you work, you have your own business, your own, whatever that you do. I feel a lot of construction, a lot of things that you do. There'll be opportunity for that now. Very much opportunity. We don't have to work quite so hard. Maybe someone will offer you to be in control of the labor movements. Aquarius, this full moon falls in your sign, boosting your sensitivity and making you feel like you're lacking the support you need to make big picture goals a reality. And you feel like that anyway, that you're lacking support a lot. And this is going to make it more so. Examining emotional wounds that are being triggered now can promote a centered, empowered outlook. It's good for you. There's ups and downs in it, but it's very, very good for you. With the Pisces full moon, sorry, Toonie's. Toonie hears my garage door, and that's her signal. That is her signal. Toonie, come here, come on. The full moon in your 12th house of spirituality. You want to take a mental health day, but your daily responsibilities could throw a wrench in your plans. So, and you're becoming much more spiritual. All you can do is your best and check all the boxes. That means all the things that you'll feel stable, that you've checked all the boxes. But take a mental health day. Take away from pushing and trying so much. Moving forward, you might feel this is an impossibility, or at least a very lonely venture, because the sun now in Leo will be moving towards annual opposition. Saturn, which occurs on August 1st, presenting you with one headache obstacle after another. The good news, which I said to you, that once the sun and Saturn move past their opposition on August 2nd, you'll begin to exert your will, feel empowered, and find that conditions for creating progress are more in your favor. Enjoy this time. It's a very different time, but it's a good time. Everyone can grow through it. And as you have the frustration of things coming up, it's a very short time it lasts, and it kind of makes you stronger and realize you can get through anything. you can get through anything. Praise and thank for what you have every day. And I hope this was enjoyable for everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.